People need Samantha. This is Samantha's story. Samantha's story is like many other in Jamaica. But it's a story that many other in Jamaica fail or is too, what's the perfect word, embarrassed to speak. But Samantha is not. People need Samantha. Samantha, what I want from you is this. Start from the beginning and let's have this conversation. We, Sue, Nadia, and myself are going to shut the hell up and listen to you speak their recollection from the beginning to the end. The life is going to end. Fair enough?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Speak, Samantha. The floor is yours.
All right. So to get into my story, I have to continue from where I left off because that's where we're going to enter into the story. Okay. Like, what did I say now? Okay. So I'm just saying, okay. So I was saying that, and when I was small, I used to get those emotional abuse from the female, which is supposed to be my mother. So I'm trying to say from grassroots, there is no empowerment. Okay. Emotionally scarred, emotional abuse, I'm scarred and everything from a child growing up. God no put no rapist in a woman womb. I was 4 years old. My mother left me with my bigger brother. When she left me with my bigger brother, okay? Let me just start by saying this. We used to live in a one room. We always pack up on each other. Now my guardians, they didn't have enough respect and manners. Yeah? If you say, okay, we're not gonna do adult entertainment in front of our kids. And as I said before, that is being instilled in us because you see your mother, pretty curious, you know. You see your mother and father do this or do that. You're gonna try to because you're depending on them to know how to grow up. Now, I was young. I could remember them doing it in front of us. My brother was 9 years old while I was 4 years old. Left me with my little brother, with my bigger brother, me and my other sibling. I'm not going to talk her story, I'm talking mine. He called us, he said, okay, come, let's go up. He told me if you sit on a chair that we have there. I couldn't remember that small sofa. He told me to spread my legs. He started doing the actions of his mom and dad, but he see mother and father do now, in front of him. He described the color. And he was 9 years old, the color of my private. For sure, you say he was like a formed, what if you say no, he come like a formed pedophile. He done farm out already at 9 years old. And he described the color. And then, he started to show you some 4 years old, he doing foreplay to try to get into it. You understand? With his finger, try to do the foreplay. Then he tried to enter into it. Then he do another attempt, and like the third attempt, he did enter. No, I didn't find it as a child. I didn't find it good as a little girl because I was experiencing like burning and pain down there and something. So when my mom came home, I said to my mom, "Listen, mom, it happens." I told her what happened, and I told her my brother did it. Now, listen what she said to him. Listen, call him name and say, come here, did you do it? He said, no, I didn't do it. You know what, that woman turned around and tell that boy, if you don't stop touching your sister, when your sister is 17 years old, she shall carry a child for you. Now, I was 4 years old, but I feel like I was being betrayed by the whole world. At that time, I would ask myself, Lord, are you hearing this, Jesus? Okay, she didn't do anything to this boy. She didn't beat him. She didn't do anything. Did you know that the abuse continues for 10 years? From I was 4 till the age of 15. The last time my father used to work on a truck. And that woman never tell my daddy when my daddy come home. She hid it from my father. She didn't share it with him. She hid it. She didn't discipline him. She didn't do anything. Okay, the last time it happened, I could have remember I was going to high school. I was wearing my still I wear my uniform. I went to get a little nap after me come home because the sun hot, and you know, I was kind of tired. While I lied there, I have one legging. That one legging of Holy Night. You see, when the one legging of Holy Night, him dig into the holes and tear it out because he thought I was fast asleep. And that time, remember now, you know, if me I did 4 when him do it, you know, him I did 5-year-old on me. So when me are 15, him are 20. You understand? And by growing up, and you can't say you do it one time because when you're 9 years old, because you see your parents do it, then you just say, okay, he might go stop. But he continues because guess what? The mother and father don't do anything about it. They don't beat him. They don't stop him. They don't say it's wrong. And if you sister, your little boy Pitney is 9 years old and him now pass no fractal, not even his sister them fractal, you're supposed to know, like the old time proverb said, the shape of a shilling show the shape of a pound. A child is looking to a guardian to tell them what is right from what is wrong. And they didn't tell him that he's wrong. You understand? It's like, yeah, your sister did a service her. You understand? If me see my Pitney acting at the action, then me have to look quick help, quick and fast. I have to look help for him. Because me see where I'm going to turn when he come big. And if me not broke it out of the Pitney, when the Pitney come big, what the Pitney I go do? Him I go see woman's body and think that, listen, that's mine. It belongs to me. I can dominate a woman. I can force myself on a woman. We can take what we want. You understand? Because a woman's body worth nothing. It's a playground. Because if him not spare him sister them, when he grow big, who is he gonna spare? You have to brought up a child and tell a child what is right from what is wrong from small, and that Pitney will grow up in such manner that child will know how to fit in a society. Fit in society. Okay, continuing. I was 20 years old. To show you, I'm getting there to show you why it's our culture caused this. He was 20 years old. I was 15. I was sleeping. While I was sleeping, not sleeping, me never fast asleep, me rest. As me say, me have the one little leg in, little hole in it, because me not tell us me did grow up rich. I was pulling in my mouth. He did push your finger up in there and tear out the hole them, and him did dig in there this time, and him did it. I have this pillow, and you know, most time people tell me, say, Samantha, you have 3 eyes, you can't see things. And I said to myself, so me nah move, because you see if me move today, my mother, my father, my brother, sister, the whole family outside in the outside kitchen. And if I move today and I scream out or anything, he might go take the pillow and he might go smother me to death. He might go stifle me. So I said to myself, I'm gonna just bear this, and I clench my teeth and I close my eyes and he had long dirty fingernail, you know, and he just digging there and digging there, and when he feels like he is being satisfied, he stop. One of the time he twists up. You understand? Because me can't take it no more. Me get up, me go outside. My dad was there this time. I think, okay, over the years, my mom didn't tell my dad anything. Today is the day when my mother will tell my father what happened. Guess what? She just stand up, they freeze. She not say nothing. Me tell my daddy run me away. I say, go away from here, so girl. Me now cover you when you asleep because you sleep, madam. Me now make you can't tell no lie upon me, so me touch you. Okay, I become me left yard, me run me from yard, me go road, me start get boyfriend now. You understand? And I came back in a Sunday evening after I ran away from home this Saturday night, and my mother just called me one and said, come here. And she said, come in. And she turned off the light. When she turned off the light, she switched off the light and told me to lie down on my bed in the darkness, switch off the light and said, take off your underwear. Take off my underwear. She called my father and said, my father, come here. Finger that girl and see if she'll take man. My father pushed
hold on. Beg 1 second. Mom, you see, that incident impacted me. See, look at Nadia face. Look at the camera them. Look at Sue face. Look at Nadia face. Look at mine. You see the thought of me touching my daughter pum pum fuck up my meds. Listen me good. Mom, when you said that to me, when we reach a part of the voice note, I just have to stop and send the voice note to Nadia. Me, I tell her, I just have to send the voice note to Nadia. And I said, Nadia, you can't believe I'm just listening to. She said, Epic, when you listen to, we said, Nadia, you can't believe I'm just here. What the woman said to me, blew my mind. It blew my mind, it messed up my meds, it mashed me up mentally. B, when you say out to your mom, it's not no normal speech, B. It's not no normal nothing. B, why you think I'm calling your phone so much? Because I wanted to reassure myself and Nadia that you were going to come here and speak back what you said in that 16-minute voice note. B, that shit touched me personally. It mashed me up. Me said the whole voice note again, Nadia. B, I give you credit because you are stronger than I am. And me, a manly man. Your story brought tears to my eyes.
Where is your
I know
brother?
one of them that will get up and cry. So go ahead and speak, mommy.
Where is your brother now?
I beg your pardon?
Where is your brother?
I'm gonna get into that. If me tell you that, then the story I gonna mess up, yeah? Can you allow me to get there?
They got a second. Someone, you see right now with Samantha right now. We are just gonna listen to Samantha make she speak. Samantha, speak, mommy. The floor is yours.
So when I went around there until my father run me once and say, go from you, so liar, tell me boy, and you sleep by the night, me now cover you. And you know what he did? He just walked away without a conscience and even say, listen, and don't even say, listen to me, me do it. And I was looking into myself and say, all right, this has been going on for 10 years. My mother, I go defend me today. All right. Let's go back to when me say, my mother called me in after me coming the Saturday night, after me, the Sunday morning, after me run away the Saturday night and come back. Call me, lock off the lights in the house, left the house in the darkness, tell me if I lie down on her bed, tell me, yo, take off your underwear. I did do what she did. She called my father and said, come here. Finger the girl there, ask him, and see if the girl take man. My father said to my mother, more friend the sign of my experience man in the suck me, I know. And he used this finger. And my father have some big thick finger short like a banana, you know. And he dug in there the first time. Dug in there in the darkness, and him go some. And him go back and dig in it again. And then he look at me and say, you're not a virgin, you know. He said, get up and put on your clothes. Get up and put on my clothes. I stepped out of the house, and the way I did feel, me asked myself, say, the woman that didn't stand up at the bed right did it so. Was I seeing a ghost? Or was I seeing the woman that told me that she carried me 9 months? How? Why? I almost pinch myself and say, you're in this world, something happened to you. What happened? You lick your head? What happened? Was that real? Yeah? Alright, I grew up with all that inside of me. I used to, when I grew up with all that inside of me, going back to show you, with culture cars, them suck me out. They told me, listen, this is family disgrace. You can't tell nobody about it. You have to shut your mouth. You can't tell no guidance counselor. You can't tell no teacher. You can't tell no pastor. You can't tell no best friend. You can't tell nobody. Because if words come back in the street, they might kill you when they catch you. You understand? When you go home, they will kill you with lick the mind, they take your life out of your body, throw you away and dash you away. Make drunk on your meal. Okay? Show showing you why, going back to this to show you say why this is my culture. After me, I'm the second child. I have a sister that follow me. Me not come here to tell nobody story, but I'm just mentioning this. Now call the name Nadia, come not tell nobody story. She followed me. She suffered the same fate from the same brother. Did my mother talk about it? Did she call my father and say anything about it? She run with the girl and say she not talking the truth. So can you daughter number 2? I have a brother that followed that sister, and I had a sister that come along because the 6 away. And my little brother do the same thing to me little sister. Did my mother saw 3 sisters get molested by 2 brothers? Did my mother say anything about it? Did she call the police? Did she carry the boy or go see what wrong with him? Did she do anything? No. She go back over the on the bed, go ball and moan and scream out one another and use the back end, the front end, and tell her to close your eye and cover yourself up with the sheet. You understand? Knowing that your children are in the house, knowing that your boy pitney a turn teenager and turning by your girl pitney them. And when your girl pitney them complain, they don't give a damn about it. You let it continue. So one want to come tell me, the person in the comment section will tell me say nonsense me attack. Tell me how a nonsense me attack. Is it not our culture for us to cover up and hide them something here when cousin make dozen? I know them something here we hide and cover up and push under the carpet. Isn't our culture to hide it when stepfather touch your pitney? Isn't it our culture for tell pitney them to shut up because if we talk, it's gonna be family disgrace? Is it not our culture to hide these things and push it under the rug? So when you hide it and push it under the rug, you don't go to the police, you don't discipline your kid, you don't get no type of help for your little pitney who act like a pedophile from a child. Are you not growing up that kid for no say, yo, what you're doing is right? So how is it not a part of our culture? Let me tell you this. I went out now and me dip on the street and me start kick man and me run away from them yard and all that. You know what happened? All of a sudden they placed me into a juvenile facility. And they left me in that juvenile facility like they want me wrapped into the system. All of a sudden, as long as me go to road, go take strange man, get me forgot juvenile facility. You understand? About it, but the brother and the father, not happen. Okay? Alright. So let me just say this too. The reason why I said it's a part of our culture too. I could not remember when I'm gonna go back to the same story that I was talking. Yeah, stick a pin on that. I could not remember when I was in 7th grade, yeah? Me start mature fast. So you know me kinda have the little booty and the hips and the something and me look, you know, buff up in my uniform. I could remember when I start 7th grade. I remember this boy, he slapped me on my butt and me take off my shoes and beat him in my head. You see me take off my shoes and beat him in my head, and him sister me win the fight. He remember now, he touches me, a grade 7 boy, and I beat him in my head with my shoes, and him turn around and fight me. So that means that from home, him not learn to say when him go out the road, if you respect people, they all pick me, if you respect women. I guess when me beat him, and then see him now win me and he's a rough girl, you know what them do? Them come out with a song what King of the Dancehall make. Rhythm, Bad Man Don't Slam Pigeon, and them stuck that name palm in a grade 7 until I got to grade 9, that name come off of me. Why? Because they couldn't get my body to be a playground. And if you notice, some of our influencers, like a dancehall artist like that, Big Ol, this is just my disclaimer, King of the Dancehall, why would you come up with a song disrespecting a woman? Rhythm, Bad Man, or Slam Pigeon. Every woman's supposed to be wonderfully and beautifully made. What if you put that song out there and somebody call your mama pigeon? Call one of your a daughter them pigeon, your auntie them pigeon, because you know slap. For sure, even on the music, woman has been disrespected. The influences, and enough of them missing do some song where disrespect woman, where go under woman, we call woman such and such a girl. Missy people are like, me not call on them empty, I use browning mode astray. And plenty of these people, since Kanye Jackson has been murdered, you see them come out and talking, yo man, you know, if you stop murder woman, you know, and we say if you stop kill, and no mind some of them will go do song for the dead people, and that's where it stops. So you want to tell me, say you was the instigator, and then after you instigate all this in your music, you're gonna come back and talk about yo stop woman killing? Hello, I'm not understanding. So tell me, no, how am I talking nonsense that this our culture does not contribute to this? in every single way that you take it. Continuing with my story now. I grew big and I was so depressed over the situation. Me feel depressed, me feel confused, and you don't know I have children now and all that. I went into a terrible depression that I found myself. I never tell people this before, but I used to use, I'm a hairdresser. So me have all sort of coming at my house. And you know when you buy, the ladies and the life we understand. When you buy the comb, it's the teeth kind of sharp, yeah. And I always sit behind my door. Not in my husband don't know, so me behind my door I cry. And them comb them used to draw over my hand. I rip my hand with it, cut myself with it. Yeah, and if it no cut me dry it and make sure blood come. That state of depression I found myself in. You understand? Let me tell you how I could get up and stand up. Is one day when about in 2017 I got 2018 when we look at my little daughter, because I sleep. When me sleep, me have one knife in my bedside table, and the knife in the bedside table is like depression come down upon me so much that I heard a voice in my head say, listen, you cut yourself, you bite yourself. I used to bite myself and cut my leg, bite my hand and cut myself. I don't know why depression let me do that. And I was crying and I couldn't get over this because I asked myself, so how one woman for carry 9 months and allow all these things to happen. And you know what? I see the knife then and I took up the knife and I was holding the knife in my right hand. And it's like a voice in my head said, listen, just slit your wrist hand down. Cut it and done. You understand? You know when people say when you cut your wrist, it not stop bleed. So you must adapt me. I say just slit it right now. And I like have the knife in my hand and I say today me I go do it. I see my daughter in front of me and I say to myself, say, it's like God says, Samantha, you want your little daughter to come up and suffer like you, or you're gonna stay and fight for her. Not to suffer the same fate as you. What's going to happen to your daughter? You understand? And that's the point. We just hold the knife and just fling it down back in the bedside drawer. And when we fling it down, I don't know where I find this strength from. It must from God it come. And me get up and just wipe me eyes. So me now go out there and pick them, so me pick them and I cry. And me say, now is the time that I'm going to seek justice. Now is the time I'm going to get to the bottom of this, because me can't live so. Me broken inside. Emotional scars are killing me. Coming back to the point now, let me show you. I'm telling us that the culture have a big impact on this. Call up my daddy, friend up my daddy, have an extra phone. And guess what now? No, I went on our Facebook Live and I was talking about like nitty-gritty things about what happened. But still, I didn't, for a woman to come out and talk about abuse, you know, you have to gather your strength, you know. You have to sit down and gather your strength and pray. And, you know, come out of your mouth so. You see me there so tonight at I have to sit down and gather my strength. It's not easy to come out, especially when you have to talk to family member jump over your fence when you understand them something it's hard. So I gathered my strength and I was on Facebook and they say, yo, me go show you some little nitty-gritty about me, say, but still I didn't share the abuse. You understand? And then all of a sudden somebody tagged my mother now and my mother start calling my phone. When she called my phone, she was acting up on me. I tell her, say, yo, listen, woman, you're going to be tough for the rest of your life. So I blocked she half of my life. Then she called my brother now, the one that did the abuse to me. He called me, asked me, yo, yes, you are disgrace your mother on Facebook. You hear? All of a sudden it becomes disgrace, but nobody care about our emotions. Nobody care about our feelings. Nobody care that we are broken inside. Nobody care that it can affect us mentally. Nobody care that it can make you go jump off or somewhere and kill yourself. Nobody don't care if we take all of the pill them in our house. All they care about is just protecting themselves and protecting the predators. So when he called me now, he called me with a big warning. Yo, listen to guilty conscience. You look on Facebook and you talk things about my mother. If you ever talk anything about me, you know, you walk and they come over, they come kill you, you know, and sue you, you know. Bet you never thought about me. So me say you're guilty. Because all of a sudden, you switching from me disgracing your mom to you threatening me, telling me say if me talk anything about you, one way you go do me, just to show you say the culture have this something to do with this, because a certain state they want me to shut up as a woman, they want me to take everything what them do with, they all with them a rape way, that if you push them phone then away, man out the road for abuse you and back abuse you and do everything. You understand? If you just shut up and take that, because if we talk with life is for them, even one family member them will abuse you, them a terrorist you, I bet you not that or else. So therefore anyway you take it, we don't have a chance.
I don't know why. I'm hearing some form of distortion.
I'm hearing it too.
What you hearing?
So, hold on. Let's do that second. Then we're gonna know. We're gonna do the live. No. We're gonna start it up again. Because the distortion, it don't make sense. Make sense?
No, it's distortion bad.
We're gonna do the live. No. Jump back on the live instantaneous to the people. I'm gonna write it back again.